Hello and welcome back to another podcast. My name is Will for TheNxtGeek.com, and today we're going to be talking about a few things which have been going on throughout the couple of days on The Next Geek. Now, of course, I will be uploading this probably about every Friday or Thursday, roughly around then. I'm not really too sure, but I'll see how this goes. Now, podcasts, in my opinion, are quite good to update you and inform you with what is going to be going on the next. On the Next Geek. And so far, the most exciting one, which will be coming up very soon, is radio. Now, I'll be doing a lot of radio work for a company. I'm not going to say the name just yet, as they're still currently in beta mode, or should I say they're still in working mode, as they're opening up very soon. And they asked me very kindly if I would be interested in doing a show with them. And of course, I didn't say no. I went straight for it, and so I'm going to go and help them out on the radio. So that'll be quite good. I will be doing Monday, Wednesdays and Fridays, and if you want to catch it up, then make sure you catch out our blog, TheNxtGeek.tumblr.com. Now, also the other thing as well is that I've recently gone and made a Tumblr. The recent upload I made is some some random videos and so on and so forth. But the reason why I made Tumblr is so I can do a more relaxed and much more approachable way to get to you instead of being professional on TheNxtGeek.com. As you know that you have to be professional on your articles. You can't put anything silly because it doesn't really look good, in my opinion, when people visit it. But I thought I'd do a relaxed approach on Tumblr, so you lot can basically come along and ask me anonymous questions, and I can answer them for you publicly or privately, depending on what the subject is. So yeah, the Tumblr is going off quite well. I'm not too sure if it's been as successful as it wants to be, but if you want to go and check it out, make sure you check it out at thenextgeek.tumblr.com, and I want to see how far I can go with it, as well as thenextgeek.com. So the recent other thing is also the Facebook Home. Now, they are suggesting that you could upgrade this throughout your Android device. I'm not 100% sure on that, I haven't read it fully, but that's what I heard and seen online so far. Now, Facebook, in my opinion, is really good. I like that a lot. It's really good. It's a great way to connect with family and friends, and also with people who you don't know. Of course, we have our Facebook fan page, The Next Geek, on Facebook. And of course, as you know, connecting people through social media is more important than email, as you can get a more wider audience, and you can get more people to your our place, and so on and so forth. Facebook Home, I think, is quite good. I use it regularly, and I don't use it all the time, but I use it regularly to check on what's going on, and so on and so forth. And having it on your phone 24/7 would drive me nuts. I wouldn't want to have Facebook every single time I open up my Android device. Now, it would be nice, but I wouldn't really want it every single time. I wouldn't mind to have it there when I would need it, not all the time. Because I know that if I had it on, if I actually had it on my phone 24/7, I'll probably get annoyed with it and probably sell it on. And of course, they are selling the HTC. I can't remember the actual model number of it is, but they say that it's going to be released in America for $99, which is roughly around £66 here. It's not too much, It's reasonably respectful in America. It's not yet in England, English, whatever you want to call it. It will be coming over very soon, hopefully. I don't mind the Facebook Home, but I wouldn't really want to have Facebook on my home every single time, because you can only have so much of one thing all the time, I guess. And so far, as you may know, I purchased the Apple TV. Now, the Apple TV is good. I have to say that it's very good. The only slight nag I got of it right now is that when I unboxed it, there wasn't any the HDMI cable, to go throughout my TV. Thankfully, I found a spare one, which was from Apple, which cost £15, but thankfully I found that, and yeah, no, thankfully it's working now. And I watched The Heist on Apple TV, and well, I have to say, it is absolutely fantastically amazing. The quality is outstanding so far. I really do like what it's producing at 1080p. Because the last one I had was 720, and it wasn't really that great. It was kind of bad in my opinion. It wasn't really, it wasn't producing great quality as it would if you have 1080p, obviously. And thankfully it had blown up, or not blown up as in like bloody wrecked my whole room, but it's just like it sort of ran out its lifespan. So I kind of like took the advantage of taking it apart, which I may or may not upload it to YouTube. If not, I don't know. But still, the Apple TV, the old one I had, was good. But thankfully, it took its time to pass out and made me go and purchase a new one, and it's reasonably affordable, around £99. God, I think I'm in America. I think it's great for £99. You can get what you want, and so far I've seen that you have the actual in-app purchases now, not as in like what you see in the actual iOS side or Mac side, but you will get a prompt saying, would you want to have this subscription? Now, in the previous time when I had this, if I wanted to go for Netflix, excuse me, I would have to go and sign up via their website, and that would take time and effort. And thankfully, Apple have taken a note of this, and they actually made an in-app purchase for a subscription. What I mean by that is, of course, when I want to go for a monthly subscription, it asks me if I wanted to use my iTunes iTunes account for this subscription, obviously, so then I can actually manage it via the iTunes, which I recently done with our latest video on YouTube. And I think that's a really, really good way of basically making things a lot more easier, a lot more understanding than you go into their website and then after you got to go back to Apple TV and sign in and so on and so forth. And the only other snag I find is the QWERTY keyboard. Now, I know that this is willy-nilly picking in that lot, but I'll get really annoyed with the QWERTY keyboards on the screen with a little small controller. Of course, you need to use that before you use your home sharing, which of course you can use that with your iOS devices, which you can use the Apple TV controller. I can't remember what it is now. I think it's controller. I'm totally blank right now. But yeah, so I kind of like the way they done in-app purchasing. That's pretty good. I like that a lot. Anything else to talk about? Oh yes, now there will be an unboxing coming, and it will be coming via the Thursday, I believe. I'm not really 100% too sure what I'll be going to do for the video, because I'm trying to think of what else I can do for the video, as in like editing wise, because I like to make things fresh and new. As you may know, I've done some few new camera the camera, oh goodness me, I've totally forgotten what I'm going to say. Camera positions, that's the answer. That's the thing I'm trying to look for, camera positions. I looked at totally different camera positions. Oh god, I can't say it, so I'm gonna give up that one. So yeah, so I looked at that one, and I've been thinking a lot, and I think I want to do the sort of more vertically down side, so you can actually get a better view instead of it being slightly down and getting half of the box, half the bottom of the box, etc, etc. So yeah, that's kind of good. I like the way I did that. And the setup, of course, for that is, of course, using the shelf and the bedstand, and then the thing I got over there. But I will have to take a picture of that one day. But it's kind of funny to see the setup of what I do. I don't know if I share it, but still. Yeah, that's it really. This is our first podcast. It's only about 9 minutes. Hopefully in the future we'll be getting some more people on here via Skype and so on and so forth. So if you enjoyed this, then make sure you subscribe for podcast number 2, which will be coming up probably this Friday, depending on what I'm doing, because Saturday I'm busy with family. So yeah, okay guys, this is podcast number 1. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, then make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/TheNxtGeek and also make sure to visit our website at TheNxtGeek.com. Anyway guys, my name's Will from The Next Geek. I'll see you all in my next podcast.